Once upon a time, there was a Zerg and there was a Protoss. And they were on a landscape together, a place. A place called Cosmic Sapphire. Called as much because of the sapphires that sparkle on this map. And I got word at the beginning of this match that he's an interesting player who played against a Zerg streamer recently, and I don't know, things were a little bit sus. So I just wanted to look at this game and just compare notes, because I also got to play a Zerg versus Protoss. And I wanted to see what's going on. What is their plan? What is their strat? What is their overall posture in the matchup? You've got cheesy Protoss players who go for cannon rushes, adept all-ins, DT drops, triple oracle harass. But what does this Protoss do? They ask you where you're from. And then have a little bit of banter about who said what about who and who's here and why. There's a base that's being taken. Probes are being made. And this is the opponent's vision so far this game. They ran a probe into the natural, and that was it. Probes are being chrono boosted out here. We've got a Stargate. We're making Void Rays. This is fine. Void Rays are good units. You're Protoss, you make Void Rays. It's a good move. It's a good decision. Okay. We've got a probe over here that goes to make a pylon at the base, but then cancels it. Why? Dear God. It's because Lings are coming. Ling speed has finished. There's 6 Lings in play. A few more Lings on the way. 8 Lings in production. The probe is going to take a 3rd base. Let's see the Lings. The Lings are approaching the opponent's 3rd base. And there aren't any Adepts or Oracles or Void Rays to defend it. And the pylon is canceled with no vision of any of this business, and then hidden in the corner, away from where the Lings were clicked. Like ships passing in the night, the probe tucked itself away to the side, safely, when the Lings were just about to arrive. Is it sus? Or is it God to your intuition? It's unclear. The gold base is taken. Warpgate research completes. A 2nd Stargate is being built, allowing the Protoss to make twice as many air units at a time from before. It's Star Sense. The gold base is taken. The Lings are running around. I'm like, where's the 3rd base? There is no 3rd base, or is there? The Lings run over here to the gold base. Static defense is being taken. Let's just take a quick gander at the vision for fun. Void Rays are coming. 2nd Stargate. The gold base is coming up. Fill the gases. Good. Excellent. Take 2 cannons and a battery. Kill an Overlord. Fly away. That's good. Okay, Lings are running over here. Getting some clutch cancels. Adept straight over. You can't explain that. More probes are being made, and some probes are being transferred over to the gold base. In a risky move. Lings surround the Adepts. And so far, Protoss has not scouted anything about tech. All they can infer is that there are at least 3 bases. Because they saw this base as the natural, and they can probably assume there's a base here. But they're working with very minimal information. Lings are getting nice chip damage between the bases. It's a very long probe transfer to get from here all the way the fuck over to this gold base. That's one of the downsides of taking this, is if it does get scouted, you could recall stuff to it, but just rallying probes from the main and the natural over there, it's very risky. And then Wings keep putting on the pressure. Melee upgrade is about to complete for me. It's working its way there. Units tab right now is 64 drones to 44 probes, so Zerg is very far ahead. There's more pressure being put on this base with the Void Rays standing tall, flying well above the Zerglings. They're going to be able to defend this. Void Ray speed is coming up next. Production tab for the Zerg. A Spire was just started. The Spire was started. Let's see if there's any reaction to this tech. When and where there's a reaction. The Spire is down. A fourth base is being taken, the one between the gold base and the natural. That's a good place to put it. Smart. Very smart. Thank you, Bear Bully, for the support. Appreciate you, fam. Seems good. Alright. No Stargate units are being made. Gonna make a Void Ray. Gonna make some cannons. Lings are running around. Void Rays are here to defend. But the Lings run over to another base, being the fastest ground unit in the game. 3 probes at a time. I'm gonna cancel this base. It's scuffed. We can't defend this right now. Adding another Adept in the wall. More Void Rays are being made. And the production tab. A second fleet beacon. What, really? A second fleet beacon and charge from the Twilight Council. Lings are still getting chip damage on the probes being transferred between the bases. 9 drones and 4 Banes are being made, plus 2 melee attacks and Baneling speed. Now there's going to be a point where I make a big round of Mutas. And all we've seen so far are Void Rays. If you're the Protoss player and you have 200 IQ, when do you start making Phoenixes? You have 88 supply. You have a smattering of Void Rays. 6, with the 7th one on the way. Retaking the space. Bold, prudent. It's a good expansion. The Void Rays deny the base. No units are being made from the Stargates. Note. And then 14 Mutas are coming out here. We're making 3 Phoenixes at a time. 3 Phoenixes at a time, blind, by the way. There's no indication of any technology whatsoever of any kind. This could be Hydras. I could be making 15 Hydras right now. And they would be making triple Phoenix with Phoenix range into Hydras, which would be what's called very bad. A very bad decision. But we're massing triple Phoenix with Phoenix range with conviction because Zerg is probably making Mutas. Probably. 96 drones. What are you going to do? Make Corruptors? No, you're going to make Mutas. Make Hydras? No, you're going to make Mutas. So they're preparing for this. They're preparing for it by chrono boosting out Phoenixes and Phoenix range. Ready to go. And then the Void Rays, in their infinite wisdom, have an objective. What is the objective? I want to go on that Spire and boost it down with the prismatic alignment. Let's see if they can get it. They have no vision of any of my territory at all. Aside from that, this was once a hatchery, could be a lair. Can they get it? Detective Void Rays on the case, 6 of them. Meanwhile, we're spamming Phoenixes at home. Okay, the base is being set up, adding some static defense. Okay, we're going. Going in, clicking in here. Okay, there's an attack there. Gets to the Spire. Boost the Spire down. God tier. God tier. Fly into the base, kill the Spire. Go back and defend. And now they see the Phoenixes. Or they see the Mutas. But they have Phoenixes, so it's not bad, right? There's a bunch of Phoenixes that just killed your Mutas that killed your Void Rays, but you have triple Stargate Phoenix production with Phoenix range. That's awesome. The Zerg just played into their plan. Brilliant. But it's 193 supply of Zerg versus 84 of Protoss. That's going to be a bit of a problem. With the Phoenix range, though, they can pretty much kite the Mutaflock with taking no damage. Making more Phoenixes here. But Zerg has the ability to make more stuff because their economy is so huge. Hydra Den, Infestation Pit, 17 Banelings, 28 Lings, Carapace upgrade. Phoenix is chipping away at the Mutas. Working with a 100 supply deficit. And the Phoenixes can chase the Mutas all the way across the map, killing almost all of them. Meanwhile, a shit whack of Ling Bane rolls into the gold 4th base and the 3rd base at the same time. And we're switching back into Void Rays. Dear God. What can Protoss do against this? Phoenix is trying to pick up the Banes one at a time to stop them from killing the probes. But there are only 52 probes left. 1 Adept, 1 Void Ray, 11 Phoenixes. And 68 Lings run up. You don't want to have Phoenixes when 68 Lings run into your base. But there is battery overcharge. The Lings get the surround on the battery overcharge. GG is called. And that's the game. One of the things that I cannot do is assuredly say that anyone was using any foul means to take an advantage. However, this was a fairly sus match, as Void Ray production was stopped and Phoenix production was started before a single tech piece was scouted, and this plan would have been super bad against Hydras, or even a Roach Ling attack. So on a scale from 1 to 10 of how sus this is, I would give this one probably about a 9. It can be the case, however, that our opponent got very lucky in guessing Muta, in which case it was a lucky guess, but they didn't come out on top. This is a true story, based on actual events on the NA ladder.